Well, we're back here today in one of my test, if you want to call it test plots for, this is going to be woody browse, and this was step 2. I let this grass, this is mostly grass. There's a couple broadleafs in here, but it's mostly grass. A lot of canary grass and a lot of cool season grasses in this one little spot. And I don't know if you can see it. There's kind of a yellow line. So today is May 15th. I actually sprayed this 5 days ago on May 10th. So if we look at the timeline here, April 15th is when I made that first video where I came in here and I mowed this. So now April 15th to May 10th is when I sprayed. And I probably would have sprayed a little sooner, but we've had a stretch here now of probably about 3 weeks where if it's not raining, it's just windy as heck. But the other day I was able to get in and spray my cover crops on 30 acres with the beans coming up. So instead of pulling out the camera and doing an entire video, I just swung the sprayer in this small area and I hit this right away. That's why I didn't get it on film. But what I sprayed this with for spraying number 1 is just glyphosate Roundup, 41%. And I did this at 64 ounces per acre. So my sprayer here is set up, when I'm doing my production acres, when I did my cover crops, it was actually set up for a 32 ounce per acre spraying to burn off my rye in my soybeans. And all I did here is I just went over it twice. So I doubled that from 32 to 64 ounces. And the next time I come through here, it'll either be tillage or it'll be another round of spraying. And this, because it was mostly grass, this time around, I just did glyphosate, which is probably the best grass killer that I know of, is just Roundup. So here we are. It's starting to die. It's only been 5 days. I sometimes get questions, how long does it take to see your spraying start to take effect? And it depends on the conditions. The day I sprayed, it was in the 80s, super sunny. So photosynthesis was really going strong that day. So it started to yellow, right away after 5 days. If you're spraying in cool weather or drought conditions or growing conditions aren't that great, it's going to take longer before you see that change, before you see your stuff start to yellow. So I have 3 other plots, I think. I'm always losing track. Let's see, 1, 2, yeah, I got 4 plots total, and then 1 is just where I'm going to use clethodim or fusilade to burn off the grass as kind of a control. But this is the plot I'll probably keep coming back to, and eventually I'll try and get some footage of the other ones. So step 1 for me was I mowed it just to get everything laying down. Step 2 was a nice burn down of glyphosate, and we'll see 3 weeks, 4 weeks, depending on growing conditions, when new growth starts coming up, I'll either hit it with another round of herbicide or I'll do some light tillage. My preference is light tillage if I can the second time around, but we'll see. I'll make that decision when the time comes.